That's a really nice X-Drive, that is. 435D. That would fly past this. Interesting point that is. BMW with the introduction of X-Drive. Who do they think they are? Guys, S7R episode 2 of the S7R showroom series, and we are on the M42 today on this gloomy day, which we were hoping we could do a photo shoot for something else, but it didn't happen. So we're on the way to Graypaul Nottingham. I'm assuming already a lot of you have already realized it's Ferrari. Yes, Graypaul Ferrari.
Stay still until they find it out.
Now, Graypaul, as you know it, is of course a franchise. However, there is a bit of history to Graypaul itself. They're known for Ferraris, but let's look into who, in fact, come up with the business. It's a man called David Clark. David Clark, normal guy, just like me and you. He was young, he loved Ferraris, he loved the sound of them, he loved the sight of them. He also loved the iconic red, the Medina red. Now, which a lot of us, when we envision Ferrari, we often think, you know, whether it's the F430 or the 360 or whatever it is you envision, it's always in red. Well, for me, it's in red. Now, David, he was a young boy. He fell in love with them. Now, it was later on in his life, he was working with another of his businesses, a box factory, where he decided he wanted to take the love for the Ferrari to the next level. Colour on that Mustang. I've not seen that colour before on the 5 litre. But let's go into Graypaul Ferrari. Where are the Ferraris? You seen a Ferrari around here, mate? Oh. Must be on the next aisle. Guys, we're just getting some lunch. Just at Tesco Express. We're about 5 minutes away from Graypaul. So we're just going to get some lunch before we carry on and see Dave. That. David, how are you, David? Sorry, Catherine. David, we'll be there if Barbara even messed it up again. I was gonna pretend that David was. Let's get some lunch. So immature. This must be a car vlog. Stop making me do it, cameraman. Cameraman's making me do this just for his own personal benefit. I just want to film cars. I've told you I don't want to come to Tesco and film Tesco and people in Tesco. Let's go. She works at Mini, so let's see if we can ask her if she will allow us to review the Mini showroom. We're doing a car vlog on Graypaul Ferrari.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I noticed you work at is it BMW or Mini?
Mini.
Can we see?
Leicester,
Can we? In Leicester.
Yeah,
oh,
so
you're
not
ages
this
away.
one.
Okay.
So we've literally collected a car from Nottingham.
So we do showroom reviews. So we're on the way there now. But never mind then.
Yeah, but can't
We might see you then. We might see you. See you later. G63 straight from the United Emirates. Still got the Dubai plate on there. Abu Dhabi this car is from. Just reminded me actually, Mr. Cameraman, we need to release the G63 review we did with Eyes on the Throne, which we haven't. We actually reviewed the G63, same shape, same spec, in Dubai. So hopefully we'll get that out soon as well. No, David, himself started life out as a film producer. He worked for oil companies, he worked for the BBC, he worked for the ITV. It was after all this work, his family business, the box company, called back. So he returned back to the box company, and it was there where he started a collection of Ferraris, 6 Ferraris, whom were looked after by one of his friends, a dedicated engineer, 22-year-old Robert Houghton, I think his name was. And together they looked after these cars, and one of them being the Ferrari P4. The Ferrari P4, as you may or may not know, a highly sought after car a lot of people want, and it was the very car that won, I think it was Daytona, the Daytona race in 1967. So this kick-started this passion, the passion he had, and the collection, and this win at Daytona kick-started his entrepreneur side, if you like. We're just actually pulling up now at, not Mini, but hopefully Ferrari, which Barbara is saying is around the corner here somewhere. Okay, so we've got Sitna, we have got Fiat here, Mini obviously, all under the Sitna group. Oh, there's Ferrari and Maserati Graypaul, I can see it at the back. This should be interesting, guys. So let's see what David Clark, what his legacy, what all this passion for Ferrari racing bought him. Graypaul Ferrari Nottingham, and straight away outside the showroom we've got the Portofino. Classic Ferrari red, hits you straight in the face. Exactly what I want to see when I come to a showroom. Well, a Ferrari showroom. We've got the GTC4, the Lusso, which is, I believe, a V8. And some Maseratis as well on the front. We'll head inside, we'll have a look what they've got inside, maybe see if we can meet some of the sales team, marketing team, whoever's in there. We'll have a little look into this showroom. First impressions, the showroom's well lit. It's so well laid out, I don't know where to put my eyes, I don't know which car to look at. I'm not looking at the Maseratis, I'm talking about the Ferraris. Another Portofino, £196,000. And that's what greets you as soon as you come in. Well lit, well presented, we've had a smile from the receptionist. It's quite clear that's Maserati side, it's quite clear this is Ferrari side. As you can see, they made it. See the division straight in the middle. I like what they've done there with the counter. 488 GTB, very rare car. And a colour I've not seen before. The Argento. Wow, look at the wheels. That's a finish you don't see often. Let's introduce ourselves. How are you? Yeah, not too bad, thank you. We're actually in Nottingham. We're filming a showroom series.
Oh, fabulous.
Where we visit different supercar showrooms and review your showroom.
Okay.
We was hoping we could just get on with it, really.
Yes. Have you spoken to anyone before here?
We haven't, no.
Right.
Not the Graypaul group, anyway.
We just have to check with our marketing manager.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I can give him a call.
Please, thank you.
Okay.
It is a bit last minute.
Of course, yeah, no worries.
So we've just been asked to take a seat. The marketing team will be out to us. He's actually on his way now. No, that's not him. This is their waiting room, and what a nice waiting room. We've got a nice bar. We've been offered drinks, service with a smile, and similar to Aston Martin timeline, Ferrari also has their history. So if we go back to 1947, the introduction of the 125S. A lot of these cars, you know, before I was born, so I look at a few of them. I'm not gonna lie, but I like cars, but some of them, what car was that? Anyway, Ferrari 250 GTO, I remember that car. The P4, the car I mentioned earlier, David Clark's car. That was the car.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, all right.
Not surprisingly, we've been asked to stop filming, which, like I said, is not surprising because you are meant to go through the right channels. We had this problem with McLaren Rybrook, who Rybrook actually requested we go through to McLaren themselves. So Ferrari Graypaul have requested as well that we contact somebody called Jason Harris. So we should see them again soon. Gonna get his business card and go from there. Thank you. All of that for what? For that. We've been told to leave because we haven't got the right permissions. However, that's not going to stop us. We've learned a little bit about Graypaul. We've learned a little bit about their ethics, and that's what it's about. You know, not everything goes to plan. So to summarize, Graypaul Nottingham Ferrari, having just spoken to the sales manager there, we won't mention his name, preferred not to be mentioned. He did explain to us, and quite rightly so, that we need correct permissions. However, the whole reason I haven't contacted these showrooms prior to going there is because I wanted to keep it organic. I wanted to keep it natural, as if we were customers, and just to see how do they approach us, how do they talk to us. And clearly today, at the mention of filming, I think people were put off, which is understandable, and maybe it means we need to start contacting the showrooms beforehand, the managers, the marketing team, letting them know exactly what we're doing, because I think it can come as a bit of a shock, you know, me turning up there with my cameraman Cam, my notepad, and you know, me just being me. I want to film a showroom, let me film your showroom. I'm a joke. It's clear, but this is what happens in life anyway. You know, we went to film Ferrari, we filmed the intro, they didn't let us carry on. That's fine, we have to respect that. That's someone else's hard work, that's someone's brand. However, I think they got the wrong idea. Maybe we were using Ferrari as promotional purposes. No, we just want to see what it's like, Ferrari's like in Nottingham, what your showroom's like, maybe give people a point of contact, but that's okay. We're not going to let that stop us. We're going to bounce up and we're going to continue with the S7R showroom series. Join us episode 3, and let's see if this time we get kicked out.